Okay, good morning, and here we are again with our periodic table, and we're focusing on the first 20 elements plus some specialized popular ones that is not in consecutive order of the first 20, like iron, copper, gold, silver, and others. But here we're focusing on chlorine, that's where we have reached, with an atomic number of 17 and atomic mass of 35.45. We will show you that in a little bit more. But here we have plucked it from our card deck. Here have our card deck, and we have plucked it. And so we have chlorine 1735, but a more precise thing would be 35.45. Atomic number 17 and atomic mass or weight 35.45. All right, so all right, let's go to our notes here. And we have in our notes chlorine, electronics configuration, neon 3s2 3p5, atomic mass 17 and atomic mass 35.45 and atomic number 17. And we said that it's a greenish yellowish gas, or yellow greenish, or greenish yellow. And it is quite irritating to the eyes, and it's also irritating to the breathing system, the respiratory system, to the nostril and the respiratory system. And it was first produced in 1774 by a Swedish chemist, Carl William Scheele. But when he produced it by reacting manganese dioxide with hydrochloric acid, he didn't quite know what was the product or the result of his reaction, what gas it was. But later on, Sir Humphrey Davy came on and proved that the product of the reaction was indeed the element chlorine from the manganese dioxide and hydrochloric acid. So that's a little history on who first discovered it, Carl William Scheele, and confirmed by Sir Humphrey Davy in about 1910, I believe. All right, so the first thing we look at is some product of chlorine and its uses. So immediately we know that chlorine reacts with water to give you hydrochloric acid and hypochlorous acid. That is Cl2 plus H2 will give you HCl, and also gives hydrochlorous acid. And like fluorine, it reacts with most elements. You know that fluorine reacts with most elements in the periodic table, except for helium and neon. And because fluorine and chlorine is in the same group, they have similar properties when they come on to reacting. And so we expect fluorine to react with most of the elements as well. We're going to try to do this in 2 steps because there's a lot of notes here in chlorine. All right, so we are going back to the history here on this page, so we will just bypass that. All right, today the element chlorine is produced by one of the main reactions would be the electrolysis of sodium chloride. The electrolysis of sodium chloride to give you chlorine. And Some of its uses is as an antiseptic and used to purify water or make drinking water safe. It also treats swimming pools. These are some of the positive things. Later on we'll show you some negative, why they have to ban it. But here we have it now, to treat swimming pool. Other uses is used in industrial processes to produce paper, plastic, dyes, and textiles, and also used in medicine, antiseptic, also used in solvents and paints. Okay, so those are some of the uses. So we come on to just give some examples of some compound in chlorine. So we have sodium chloride, and you know that chlorine is produced by the electrolysis of chloride. That's one of the methods. We have hydrochloric acid, as it came on in the history when it was first produced by Carl William Scheele. Then we have sodium chloride and hydrochloric acid, and here we have, well, we did that reaction already. So other compounds in chlorine, we have CHCl3, which is chloroform, CCl4, carbon tetrachloride, KCl, potassium chloride, and LiCl, lithium chloride. And we also have magnesium chloride and chlorine dioxide. Those are some of the compounds with chlorine. And looking at the periodic table, we have been through that already. We noted that it's in the same group in the halogen family with fluorine, and we have done fluorine before, which is quite reactive properties, sometimes very explosive reaction with certain elements and compounds, and we expect chlorine to be similar in property to the fluorine because it's in the same group, the halogen family. So that will cover those 2 pages. And we went through that it irritates the mucous gland, the mucous membrane, it burns the skin, and cause chlorine irritation to the mucous gland and mucous membrane. A concentration of 3.5 parts per million can be detected by smell. And a concentration of 1,000 per million can be affected after a few breaths. While, after a few breaths, while a concentration of 3.5 can be detected by smell. Alright, so those are just some little properties there. And it has oxidation state of -7, +5, +1, and -1. And its full electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5, or neon 3s2, 3p5. All right, So we're going to take a little break there, and then we're going to continue with some more properties and reaction of chlorine. We also want to bring in the negative effect of chlorine. So let's take a break. Your student Professor Dr. Gilpin, and I'm here with a little focus on chlorine, the 17th element in the periodic table. It is in period 3 and group 17, with an atomic number of 17 and an atomic mass of 35.45.